Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy. Last time we completed the second tier of levels and defeated Dingodile. Welcome to the third tier where you have the most unexpected of bosses for the story.
Well, haven't we gotten far for a pair of fuzzy marsupials? I am Dr. Nefarious Tropy, Master of Time and the creator of the very time twister machine you see before you. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex have sent me to end this little charade, so you won't be leaving my area with the crystals. I swear it.
So, with very detailed skin, that was Dr. Nefarious Tropy, or Entropy, which I always forget the meaning of. But yeah, he's the creator of this time twister machine, and yet he's only the third boss of the game. Now, having Cortex as the final boss I get, but I'm surprised he wasn't the second to last boss. But no, we actually fight Engine after him. So we're fighting him now, and if you've ever wondered what Jafar and the genie put together would be, besides Jafar Genie, then there you go, with a cloth on his head. So given how Genie is capable of turning into things that haven't even existed yet, it's not a problem. Oh, look at that sign. That bird just smacked right into that sign. That's an odd one. I think I've just found a way of finally being able to make these parts slightly shorter. Oh well. They're not Simpsons hit and run length. They're still only about 29 and 27 minutes. No, I want you under my skin. I want you to show me the way. Ooh. Okay, by the way, the bike's hitbox is particularly big, both in this and the original. So you don't need to worry about actually ramming right into the boxes. One thing you did have to watch out for when it came to the original, though, were those pits. Their lack of hitbox was also a bit big. So you could still be driving on solid ground, but you'd still fall into the pit if you skimmed on the side. I don't think you need to worry about that here, though, thankfully. And obviously, you gotta make sure you don't hit the motorbikes. And if you go off-road like this, it does slow you down. If you end up beyond the ditch, like onto the sand, it just teleports you back onto the road. Sort of like Lakitu. Like Lakitu. That's all I can say. It's like Lakitu. He brings you back onto the main path. See, this is where it gets a bit. This is where I just can't do it. I can't get the gems and the crystals in one run. But because I got the gem, I don't think it asks me to restart the race. No, it doesn't. So we're gonna have to go back into this level again. But yeah, this level does get really windy. Feeling like the road. It's winding you on every turn, and there are lessons to learn. We're not playing Sonic and the Black Knight. Right, let's go back. Crash. I still want to know what happened when I jumped into that. Was it Pack Attack? Where Crash didn't go into the portal? He just like stopped in the air for a little bit and then went back and then just went down. When he got stuck in his jumping animation. Yeah, you can. We saw just a moment ago. I was able to get Crash to do a wheelie at the start. I'm not exactly sure how you do it though, because there are times where I press the button and I'm like holding it throughout the entire countdown, and it seems to, and Crash will do it. But there are other times where I press it like right at the end of the countdown, and Crash does it. At least in the original, anyway. So yeah, so that bird. Why is that bird going out, keep crashing into that sign? I don't remember that in the original playthrough. Is it a hint for something? Something that was a bit cryptic in the original, they decided to make a bit easy here? Even though some of Crash 2's things are a bit cryptic, and it doesn't do it for the other hidden, for another secret in this game. There's nothing unusual at all. No! I didn't want to hit the police car! You can just slightly skim the police cars, but not like that. Oh. Right, I'm not making this. So we're going to have to do it a different way. Yeah, you can slightly turn when doing a wheelie, but not around something like this. And if you go off-road, Crash will just immediately stop. But the wheelies do make you go faster. It's really weird just watching Crash do like an endless wheelie. But this guy's being really aggressive. Come on, at least let me get the bronze. Sorry, the sapphire. I know I'm not doing a time trial, but still. See, this is where it just looks really weird. Pit. There's a pit. Yeah, nope. Right, 4th place. They say we can do a little better each time. Not now or not. Alright, well we'll cut back to when I get the crystal. Right. After what must have been about 8 or 9 attempts, I am convinced, because they still haven't approached me, I am convinced that if you fail enough times, the car's AI slows down. Because that was ridiculously easy that time after so many close calls before. And so many that weren't close calls. I came 4th on most of those attempts. So I'm guessing after a while, the AI becomes less competent. Thing is, we're still not done in that level. You see why I get tired of these levels. If you fail over and over again, you just get tired of these levels. And this is coming from somebody who, one of my favourite games is Burnout 3. Then again, in Burnout 3, you can actually take out your opponents. Or should I say take down your opponents. Thankfully, we're not going very far in the level this time, and I can't collect the clock because it stops me from doing what I'm about to do. We saw a bird fly into a signpost that had an alien on it. Thing is, that signpost is more than just a signpost. So now, let's head over to it, and again, this bird isn't there in the original. We sort of just need to ram into the sign. And there we go. Now we randomly disappear. And when Crash goes into the portal, we end up in a Coco level. Now, I don't know why. I'm guessing they swapped it round. Because, again, we have a level called Area 51? Question mark. And if you do that level, then... sorry, I should say in that level you are on a motorbike and you're racing UFOs. That was an alien sign we crashed into, so I am convinced, and not for certain, but I wouldn't be surprised if the original idea was that sign would take you into Area 51 question mark, and the original hidden level was Hot Coco. And I would say maybe it's just because they didn't want to have 2 jet ski levels in the hidden warp room. But we have 2 Egyptian levels in the 4th chamber. And then again, the jet ski levels are quite long. Ski craze goes on forever, and this one, Hot Coco. Here's the thing about Hot Coco. It's not a straightforward linear path like all of the others. And I am just hitting these bombs a lot, although like 2 or 3 of them have been the same bomb. This is a great big open level. Well, it's not a great big open level, but it's an open level. See, if this was the original, I could easily just turn around and I wouldn't hit that bomb. But because the jet ski turns much slower in this version, it's much heavier, that happens much more easily. Like that, so that's so much slower. I say see, that's so much slower, we can't see the original, but... Crash 3 saw very well. I'm pretty sure most people know what it looks like. And it's on PS3, so... I forgot it. The island pushed me away from the box. So this is it. You turn so slowly, it takes forever to turn around in this version. And for some reason we can't go beyond the boys. There's an invisible wall. I don't know why, but there is. So, in order to complete this level, we need to explore the level, and there is a nitro switch crate. The end of the level is currently blocked by a load of nitro crates. So we need to find the nitro switch crate, and then we need to... and that will allow us to finish the level. Once you know where that nitro crate, where the nitro switch box is, getting the relic isn't really a problem. Especially in the original North American version of the game, where the relic times would still be the same as Road Crash. They, quote, fixed that in the PAL version, so it's much harder to do. Hot Cocoa has its own set of relic times, and yeah, that obviously applies to this as well. But what really can make the original Hot Cocoa such a pain is trying to... It's just the draw distance in the jet ski levels was really bad. It was a nightmare to see where everything is, which thankfully isn't so much of a problem here. And we did just see there is a box underwater. I am not going to try and go for that yet. What I want to do is hold forward, and that will allow you to get that box. There isn't really anything telling you that holding forward will make you go underwater, but you can do that, and there are some extra lives in other levels where you can do that. That's the only time I think you ever need to do it, to grab a box. Right, let's grab this checkpoint, and let's get that nitro switch box that will make life much easier for several of the other boxes. The nitro switch crate itself, though, is quite a difficult jump to make. You sort of have to turn whilst trying to avoid the nitros. There we go, barely avoided it. Bomb. There's a bomb. You know what? Let's grab this. It's not much, I know. You do need to be careful what checkpoints you get, because otherwise, you don't want to grab them all immediately. There's no crystal in this level, so the checkpoints are pretty much just there to save your box count should you die. So you want to be careful. You want to try and break. You've got to try and think, how many boxes do you break before breaking the checkpoint? Break too few, and you now have to break a load of boxes again once after you die. However, if you break too many and you die before getting to the checkpoint, you've now got a load of work to do again. So either way, there's a lot of work to do again. Right. Oh, this thing turns so slowly. I will say, I mean, I'm always a sucker for lovely water graphics. These do have lovely water graphics, it's just that it does come at the price of making it even harder to see the stuff that's underwater. Like that one box that we just had to break. Nope. You can, it's easiest just to make your way around the island. There was a couple of boxes I missed, they're easy enough to get to. I don't know why these some of these bombs move, some of them stay still, and they all have a lit fuse that never causes them to explode. I don't know why that island is over there in the background. There was nothing there. The sharks don't follow you in any way. They're not exactly intelligent sharks. You just need to not run into them. Nothing chases you in these levels. If this is the original, I would generally, it wouldn't be perfect, but it would attempt to center you onto the ramp. Not in this version. See, that's over there, there's the goal. We've still got more to do. I'm gonna head back over here now. And then it's just a question of what else have I missed? You do have to try and get away at that time, because otherwise that is going to launch you right into those. Now, what have I missed? I think I see some boxes over there. How many do I need left? 3. There is 3. I believe these are the type of, these are the bombs that go in and then back out. Just go in and out, in and out. They do the hokey cokey and they turn around. And that's what it's all about. And there we go. Alright, we finally have a video that isn't the entire chamber. According to the video, it's been 27 minutes, but about half of that has been in that freaking road crash level. In actuality, we've completed very little. Now we do still have another bonus level. They are both located in the same chamber, but in order to get the other hidden level, Oedipus Rex, we need the yellow gem from the hidden entrance in High Time, which requires 10 relics, which I'm not doing until we completed the story, the main story. So that's going to have to wait. So that's going to be one of the last gems we get. One of the last levels we do, and one of the last gems we get. And as a result, it'll have to be one of the last relics I get. But anyway, we still have a bunch of other levels to do in the third chamber, including our first color gem. So, I will see you guys then.